Hi, I'm Representative Eric Burlison, and I'm coming to you this week with another Capitol report. We're standing underneath the Missouri House of Representatives, underneath the chamber, and carved into the marble above me are the words that labor is the great producer of wealth. We couldn't be in a better place for the times that we're dealing with today. In Missouri, we're having very difficult times where people are facing 9.5% unemployment. And while yet we face these difficult times, our congressional leaders in Washington are considering mounting further burdens on our people in difficult unemployment times. And I think that we've seen a response this very week in Massachusetts when the voters went to the booths and voted to reject what's happening in Washington. And this very week here in the House of Representatives, I'm proud to tell you that we did the same thing. We're listening to you, and we want to hear from you. And that's why this week, I can tell you I've heard from you. I've got so many emails and responses from people that want us to reject what's happening in Washington. And so this week we passed House Concurrent Resolution 18 that sent a message to our congressional delegation that we oppose what's happening in Washington. And we asked our other leaders, other statewide officials as well, to join us in telling our congressional delegation, to tell Senator Kit Bond, to tell Senator Claire McCaskill that they must, if they care about the state of Missouri, they must oppose the health care proposals that are happening in Washington and bring about true reform that will bring accessible health care and quality health care to the people of Missouri. This is something that we have to do in a state like this. And I challenge you to ask your congressional delegation, to ask also the statewide officials, where do they stand on these issues? And don't accept answers that are not a yes or a no, whether they support it or they don't. You need to know what their opinions are on this issue. And I can tell you clearly that I oppose it. We have a tough 4 months ahead in the state of Missouri. We have a huge budget deficit shortfall. Estimates are across the board, but there's somewhere around $800 million that we're short. But I will promise you that we're going to balance that budget without raising taxes. It's imperative that we do it without raising taxes. We have learned from watching the mistakes in Washington that we cannot print money and mount future debts on current and future taxpayers. It doesn't work, and it doesn't revitalize the economy. Printing money and government spending doesn't create jobs. As you can tell, you create jobs. The work of your labor is what creates and produces wealth. And that is why it's our responsibility to provide a balanced budget without raising your taxes. The role of government is not to create wealth. As much as politicians want you to believe that, we're not what creates wealth, it's you. That's why it's our job right now to stop being regulators and start being enablers. Last year we passed many bills that reduce taxes on business and tax burdens on families. And this year you can expect the same. We in Missouri are going to be passing more bills to help reduce your taxes, not increase them. We are worried more about the budget that's happening on your kitchen table in your home than we are about the budgets and around the boardroom tables of all the bureaucrats in Jefferson City. We're going to face difficult cuts in those rooms, but we would rather see those people get cut than you get cut and your families get cut. And because of these decisions, Missouri is positioned well. Moody's Investor Services has indicated that Missouri is one of the states that's going to lead the rest of the nation in a recovery, in economic recovery. And they didn't give us this moniker for anything. They gave this moniker to Missouri because of the fiscal prudence that we have, because of the decisions that we've made, and because we've made moves to make Missouri a job-friendly state. I'm going to continue to join my colleagues in the House to try to balance the budget this year and make sure that we do everything to encourage job growth in Missouri. And I welcome your comments. I'm listening to you, and I please want to hear from you. If you have any comments, please get a hold of me at my office in Jeff City, or you can call my home or on my cell phone. Thank you very much.